Hey, what's going on, guys? We are back again on the battle spot for day 2 of the Tiny Tourney. Not much more to say about that. I did finish up my battles from yesterday, got into the 1600s, so that's nice. We're climbing the ladder. Let's see if we can climb it even more today. At this rate, you know, we might hit the 1800s. Who knows? But yeah, again. Team is Porygon 2, Marowak, Wishy-Washy, Krokorok, Rabombi, and Kartana. Not standard at all, but I mean, who cares? It's tons of fun. Just like this format. First opponent already with Roserade, Chandelure, Meowstic, what's that thing? Cincino, Excadrill, and Hawlucha. So here we see, I guess, what's considered a more standard team. What do we do here? Trick Room is really strong against this team. But we do have to watch out for the Meowstic because it can fake out and then he could lead off with like Meowstic, Hawlucha. So I'm going to lead off with Rabombi and Wishy-Washy with Trick Room in the back. And this way, if I want to, I can speed swap my Wishy-Washy to make it faster than all of his Pokemon. And he can't fake out my... Well, he can fake out my Rabombi, but thanks to Shield Dust, I can't flinch. So it's a... Shield Dust is actually a really busted ability that no good Pokemon get. So yeah, we can't flinch from fake out thanks to Shield Dust, so I'm okay with leading it against a possible Meowstic lead. But we don't see Meowstic, we actually see Roserade Excadrill. So we'll probably just see an Iron Head onto the Rabombi slot and then a Grass type move onto the Wishy-Washy slot. I probably live any move except for maybe like Life Orb, Leaf Storm. Which it honestly could be. Dang. Okay, so I didn't get the lead right, but that's fine. If I managed to get a speed swap off here, it would be really good, but that Roserade again really threatens the Wishy-Washy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed swap that slot and switch it hard into Marowak. I don't expect my opponent to go for a ground type move into that slot. If he does, that's a really good read on her part. If my opponent does do that, good read. It'll be hard to come back from that one. Iron Head, yep. So, about what I expected, I do hang on thanks to the Focus Sash, but that's not really too big of a deal. And we actually see the Z move from the Roserade, not the Excadrill. So yeah, this definitely would have killed my Wishy-Washy. But luckily, we made a play that worked out. So Boom Doom goes into the Marowak. I do resist, however, this is still going to do a lot. Just not enough. The Excadrill outsped the Roserade now. Oh wait, never mind. Okay, so it's probably like Modest Roserade and Jolly Excadrill, I assume. Because my Rabombi did outspeed the Excadrill, so I don't think it's Scarf Excadrill. I can't see it being like Scarf Excadrill, but slower than Rabombi. That doesn't make a lot of sense. So here I'm going to go into Porygon 2. I honestly expect him to protect the Excadrill, but I'm still going to Boomerang that slot. I'd Flare Blitz, but Flare Blitz would put me within range of an attack from the Roserade, and then Shadow Bone, of course, would kill. So I'm going to make this play, even though I could miss, because if I connect, then that's best case scenario for me. But the Excadrill does go for Protect, that makes sense. Boomerang, and honestly probably just see an attack. Nope, we do see the Leaf Storm into this slot. Do I live this? I do not. But that's actually pretty good for me because this, now the Roserade can't knock out my Wishy-Washy. So I could go into Wishy-Washy and Trick Room up. Yeah, not being too threatened by either of his Pokemon because he can't Tectonic Rage my Wishy-Washy. And the Roserade's at -2 and is not Life Orb. And the Excadrill can't Protect. He doesn't have another Water Resist in the back, does he? He does not. So I'm just going to launch off a Scald to this. Slot is going to do a lot to whatever it hits. He might just double target my Wishy-Washy. He might go for a Rock Slide with Excadrill. Oh, he withdraws Roserade. Interesting. Definitely not what I expected. We do see the Rock Slide though. Maybe going for a flinch. Doesn't flinch Wishy-Washy, so unless it's Sash Excadrill, which I don't think it is. Yep. We're just gonna knock it out right there. Does he flinch the Porygon 2? No, he does not. Okay. So we get the Trick Room up. And that is really good. Probably going to see the Roserade come back in here. I'm guessing. I could be wrong. Nope, we do see the Roserade. And I'm actually just going to double target that slot because Bullet Seed from Cinccino actually won't knock out my Wishy-Washy because after, I think, 2 or 3 hits, it'll proc my Berry. It should proc my Berry. Hopefully it doesn't barely not proc my Berry and then knock me out. That would be tragic. But it'll proc my Berry before it finishes getting all 5 hits, and so I'll live. That's the plan anyway. So that's why we are double targeting this Roserade. No. No! Oh, jeez. Another connection error. This is last episode all over again. Dang it. Okay, we actually just see the knockoff into the Porygon 2. So not like it matters because, oh my goodness. I'm so sorry about this, guys. My goodness. Man. I'm not going to go on tilt. I really want to finish this episode for you guys. I don't want to restart unless it happens again. I usually don't want to restart a live unless it happens twice in a row. But dang, that really sucks. I think I had a really good shot at winning that battle. But yeah, my internet. Oh, jeez. That. Alright, so we unfortunately are going to lose that first battle. Not really lose it, but rather lose the points from it. It doesn't show up on the rating yet, but it will as soon as I finish this next battle. So that sucks, but it's fine. We see Azumarill, Raichu, next opponent, Azumarill, Raichu, Whimsicott, Azelf, Chandelure, and Swellow. So a really fast team. I can see my opponent leading Whimsicott or Azelf to stop Trick Room. Rabombi's pretty good as a lead here because not only can it not be faked out, but outspeeds his entire team bar Swellow. So I also want to lead Marowak, and this is just in case he leads Raichu. He does lead Raichu, Azumarill. I will bring Porygon 2 in the back, because if I can get up Trick Room, that's going to be really good for me. And I think Kartana. And do I really want to go without Wishy-Washy, because then I might struggle against the Chandelure. Alright, I'm going to bring Wishy-Washy instead. It does mean I won't have any way to hit that Azumarill super effectively, but I think we can manage. I hope we can manage anyway. And I really hope we don't get another connection error, because then I will cry. That would be so disappointing. So we see the Azelf and Chandelure, so about what I expected, Azelf plus something. And we are going to lead Rabombi Marowak. Probably just going to see Azelf attack the Rabombi slot with Chandelure going for a Shadow Ball into the Marowak slot. I'm honestly just going to hard switch into my Porygon 2. Because neither of his Pokemon can OHKO it. Download, we are going to get the special attack boost, so that's really good. Pollen Puff, let's see how much this does. Well, it's dead. Azelf is no longer available to stop Trick Room. Chandelure does go for the Shadow Ball onto the Porygon 2 slot, and we see it doesn't affect Porygon 2. So now, I doubt he has any way to stop me from getting up Trick Room. The Swallow comes out here. I think the Swallow is going to protect, actually. So I think we're going to see like a Heat Wave and the Swallow protect, because if I Ice Beam the Swallow, he just dies. So I'm going to actually switch into my Wishy-Washy and Trick Room. Now if his Chandelure also has Trick Room, then he could reverse it this same turn, which would be a good play. But I just can't see a Chandelure being Trick Room. It could be, I just don't think it is. Not on a fast team like this. I think his anti-Trick Room would be Azelf. Yep, Swallow does protect, so I predicted that one right at least. And Chandelure just goes for Flamethrower, and it is going to be onto the Rabombi slot, so gonna eat that up pretty well. Critical hit, and critical hit did like 1/3. Dang. Wishy-Washy is pretty bulky. Swallow gets burned, so it is going to be the Gut set. I'm just going to launch off a Scald into the Chandelure slot, and Ice Beam the Swallow at +1 special attack with my Porygon 2. This should just knock out the Swallow. So he doesn't protect the Chandelure, so that Scald is just going to knock it down to its Sash, which it seems to be Sash Chandelure. That's pretty interesting. Yep, and of course the Swallow did protect last turn, so most likely couldn't have gotten off and protect this turn, and we're just going to knock it out with the Ice Beam. The Chandelure goes for another Flamethrower, this time into the Porygon 2 slot, but Porygon 2, being the defensive behemoth it is, takes relatively no damage from it. So we see Azumarill as the last Pokemon. Honestly, the Chandelure is not a problem. I can just send in my Rabombi and revenge kill it after Trick Room is up. So I'm just going to Muddy Water. Even if I miss, it's not that big of a deal. And then of course try attack into the Azumarill slot. Yep, he does avoid with Chandelure, which sucks just a bit, but not too much. The important thing is, this damage plus Tri-Attack will prevent Azumarill from getting up a Belly Drum. We do drop its accuracy, so that sucks a bit for him. But yeah, as you can see, I did enough damage. Oh, he's Z Belly Drum. Wait, no, never mind. He's Twinkle Tackle. What is this set? This is new for me. Oh, geez, this is going to do 1,000,000,000%. So something's probably dying here. I can't see, what is it? So he goes into Wishy-Washy. That's fine. Play Rough might have knocked out Wishy-Washy from that range anyway. But then again, as we saw, Wishy-Washy is very bulky. And we do see another Flamethrower go into that slot. And my Porygon 2 slot. But again, not doing too much damage. Just going to send in our Marowak. Since he's not banded and he's not Belly Drum, I don't think he can knock out my Marowak with Aqua Jet. Actually, I know he can't knock out my Marowak with Aqua Jet, so I'm just going to Shadow Bone into the Chandelure slot. And of course, try attack again into the Azumarill slot. He's just going to forfeit though. He knows he doesn't really have a chance at winning this game. So we're going to cop a W for our first game that we did DC in this live, which is nice. Oh, I'm so on tilt. Not really, but I'm just disappointed, you know? Disappointed that whatever internet service I have is just not holding up. So we're pretty much back where we started after that unfortunate event. And that's fine, as long as we can come back in the next one. I don't know if we'll have time for 3 full battles, since we did get a good chunk of the way into that first battle. Like the first episode where we didn't actually start that battle. So we might actually only get 2 battles in this episode, which really sucks, because I'd prefer to get you guys 3 full battles, but it's pretty late when I'm recording this. I don't really want the live to go too much more than 30 minutes. I mean, it's only been a little less than 20 minutes so far. So we might, if this next battle goes quickly, we might have time for a 3rd full battle. You know, cross your fingers. Hopefully we can find a battle though. We've been looking for an opponent for a while. Ah, okay. We find Dr. Ray from Japan. Rockin' Mimikyu, Amoonguss, Porygon 2, Rotom Wash, Buck, and Marowak. So pretty much, like, this is just obviously, Trick Room. I'm going to lead Krokorok Kartana, which may seem a bit weird, but what this does is I can prevent, unless it's Sash Mimikyu, which I don't think it is. I think it would probably be Mental Herb on this team. We basically just guarantee that we get up our Trick Room, unless he leads a Moongus. Because then he can Rage Powder my knockoff. We're also going to lead Marowak. Actually, maybe we should lead Marowak Kartana. And that's not good if he leads Rotom Wash. Maybe we don't want Krokorok. And no, I do want. I'm going to lead this. I do want Krokorok because I don't want to lose to Porygon 2 because I have no way of dealing damage to it. That thing just doesn't die. So we're gonna hop right into this battle. And my opponent is going to lead Muckamuckus. Ooh, that's interesting. What would my opponent do here? I think my opponent is going to... I think he has either Hidden Power Fire on Amoonguss or Flamethrower on Buck, and I think whichever one has the Fire type move is going to go for it onto my Kartana. I really just want to Earthquake, do a lot of damage, and then protect Kartana. Like, if it's Hidden Power Fire Amoonguss, the Buck doesn't really threaten a lot of damage. You probably just switch out. I'm actually going to knock off the Amoonguss and substitute with my Kartana. Scout what he wants to do. The Muck Protect, that's good. That actually did a good chunk. It's Rocky Helmet Amoonguss, so flashbacks to 2015. And Amoonguss is just going to go for Spore, and it doesn't affect Kartana. So that was an interesting play. I'm actually going to knock off the Muck. Might be a weird play, but it gets rid of the Figi Berry, and I don't want that Muck staying around for too long. We're also going to launch off a Sacred Sword into that slot, just do a hearty chunk to it. Yep, get rid of that thing's Figgy Berry. Imagine it was Shell Bell. Nice and tiny turn. So Muck is going to go for the knockoff into the Kartana slot. This might not break this up. No, it does break this up. Of course it does. Why wouldn't it? And Amoonguss goes for Giga Drain, almost definitely into the Croc Rock slot. Yeah, that should knock me out. Croc Rock is by no means bulky. But based on the way my opponent's been playing both of these Pokemon, I don't think he has Flamethrower or Hidden Power Fire. I don't think either of these Pokemon have a way of touching my Kartana. Now, I could be wrong. He could get me right here. But I'm going to make the prediction and go for a Sacred Sword, a hard Sacred Sword onto Muck. I mean, if I crit here, it doesn't matter. If I crit, the Muck just goes down. So who cares if it's Flamethrower or Muck? We'll just hex our way to victory, you know? Just kidding. That's not the way we want to do it. But 2 Sacred Swords will knock out this Muck. Amoonguss goes for Rage Powder. That doesn't matter too much because Grass types aren't affected by Powder moves as of Gen 6, so the Sacred Sword will still go into the Muck slot. Yeah, doesn't knock him out. It goes for the knockoff into my Marowak's Protect. And now we can... he's within Leaf Blade range. So I'm just going to go for a Leaf Blade into that slot and a Flare Blitz into the Amoonguss. Hopefully get a double knockout. He goes for the Shadow Sneak onto my Marowak. Not going to do too much damage because it's not stab. And we're going to knock him out and get that +1. So hopefully his Amoonguss isn't like... I'm hoping his Amoonguss is min speed because he is like a Trick Room team. So yep, he is min speed Amoonguss, which means our Marowak out speeds and we can just knock him out with this Flare Blitz. And now Marowak's getting low, although I don't know if I actually need Marowak to take anything else out on his team. You see Porygon 2 and his own Marowak. Okay, that's fine. Obviously going to get the special attack boost as both of my Pokemon have higher defenses than attack stats. I'm just going to launch off a Bloom Doom into the Porygon 2 slot. And maybe I should double target the Porygon 2. That guarantees Porygon 2 goes down. Unless his Marowak goes first and then knocks out my Marowak. I expect him to be min speed on both of these. Wishy-Washy can obviously just come in and then knock out the Marowak, so I'm not too scared of that. Would he go for Trick Room here? I don't know. I'm going to go for... Yeah, I'm going to double target the Porygon 2. Hopefully we can get this off. Nice, okay. So Bloom Doom plus Flare Blitz will definitely knock out Porygon 2. He protects Marowak. Oh, that's so good for me. That's so good for me. Because now he won't be able to knock out both of my Pokemon, possibly. Because like if he Ice Beam my Kartana slot and then Shadow Ball in my Marowak slot, then he would definitely knock out both of my Pokemon, since he did get the special attack boost. I'm pretty sure a +1 Ice Beam will knock out my Kartana from 75%. Whoa, wait. Okay, it's a crit. I was about to say, there is no way that just O-code. But now my opponent's just in a really bad spot because he's got one Pokemon, or she has one Pokemon left. And I have 3, one of which is Wishy-Washy, which will not go down to any move that Marowak wants to go for. And can just O-code with the Scald. But of course, we're also just going to double target the Marowak here, but my opponent doesn't want to lose her Marowak. That's her best friend. She can't bear to see it go down, so she's going to forfeit right there. And we cop another W. That's been less than 30 minutes. You know what? I'll get one more battle. I want to get 3 full battles in this episode. going to be a bit longer than my episodes usually are. It's gonna be, but then again, so was yesterday's episode. Yesterday's episode was like 35 minutes, so this one probably will be around that too, maybe 40 minutes, somewhere around there, depending on how long this next battle goes. But we are going to get one more battle against Kingpin from the United States, rocking only 5 Pokemon. What looks like a Trick Room team with Minior, Mimikyu, Marowak, Wishiwashi, and Moxo. Also has that Marowak, Wishiwashi, Trick Room core, just like me. I think I should just leave Krokorok Kartana like last time, because that pressures pretty much his entire team, and can possibly stop him from getting up Trick Room if he is Mental Herb Mimikyu. Actually, even if he Focus Sash, I could just knock off the Mimikyu and then get rid of its Focus Sash. Alright, cool. And we'll have Wishiwashi and Marowak, or I think Porygon 2 actually, in the back. Because Marowak loses to Wishiwashi, loses to Muk. I mean, I guess it doesn't necessarily lose to Muk since it can do a lot of damage to Muk, but if I get knocked off, then Marowak is basically dead weight. So we see Minior Mimikyu lead. Okay. So we intimidate the Minior and the Mimikyu, so their damage output is lessened. The Minior is not White Herb, so that's good information. Wait. It is White Herb. Okay, so Shields Down activates before White Herb does. Interesting, but not super important. The important thing is I'm going to Rock Slide here. Do I really want to do that? The Minior is kind of threatening if it sets up a Shell Smash, and since it was White Herb, I'm pretty sure it's Shell Smash. But then again, that also means he's probably not going to go for a Trick Room. That also means he's probably going to go for a Fairy-type move onto Krokorok. So I am going to Leaf Blade the Minior. Rock Slide, don't miss either of them. You know what? Why don't we just flinch them? That would be a great turn. Obviously that's not actually why I clicked Rock Slide. I clicked Rock Slide because it hit both Pokemon without hitting my Kartana and did good damage to the Minior. Didn't actually put him within the Leaf Blade range, and we are going to see the Player Off come out. Gonna knock out my Krokorok even through Intimidate, but that makes sense. It's super effective stab, and Krokorok is very slow. I mean, not very slow, very frail. I said slow because the Minior is slower than the Mimikyu, which surprised me. So, oh, and we did flinch the Minior, which sucks for him, but not exact. Again, not what I was trying to do. I'm going to send in Wishiwashi here because, well, basically the reason for that is because I was going to click Muddy Water, knock out the Minior, and then do damage to Mimikyu so I wouldn't have to Bloom to him. But I decided that I don't want to risk missing. So I am still going to Bloom Doom the Mimikyu, and I'm going to Scald the Minior. Is the Minior max speed is the real question, because if it's Adamant, then I outspeed. So it isn't max speed, Jolly, at least. So we are faster. We're going to get the Bloom Doom off into the Mimikyu slot. This will knock it out unless it's Sash. Which hopefully it's not. Because then I should have just clicked Leaf Blade twice. Okay, cool. It's not Sash. So we knock out the Mimikyu. And the Minior goes for the Explosion. Oh no. This guy actually bloomed on me. Look at all that damage. That was a lot of damage. Wow. Critical hit on Kartana. Okay. That's fine though because Kartana's now at +1. So that's, yeah, I mean, that's just good. going to see the Marowak and his own Wishy-Washy come in. The Wishy-Washy is not the threat, the Marowak is. I really want to Scald the Marowak. I'm honestly going to double attack, and the reason for this is because it guarantees me a KO. Well, no it doesn't, because he could protect the Wishy-Washy and then Marowak could attack my Wishy-Washy. But basically I'm thinking if he protects his Wishy-Washy, he's probably going to have Marowak attack my Kartana. That's what I'm guessing. But he doesn't even protect his Wishy-Washy, so I wouldn't be surprised if the Marowak goes after my Wishy-Washy here. I mean, that's the biggest threat to his Marowak. So, goes for the Shadow Bone. Yep. Gonna knock out my Wishy-Washy here. Wishy-Washy may be tanky, but he's not that tanky. But I think a +2 Kartana and a Porygon 2 with recovery and a special attack boost. Okay, finish off this Marowak. I'm going to Ice Beam plus Leaf Blade. Just gonna go for as much damage as possible. That did 50%. That's good. Gonna see the Shadow Bone into the Kartana slot. This should knock me out from 50%. Yep. But Ice Beam should 2-hit KO at +1. 2-hit KO from 50% anyway. Ooh, maybe not. But after Flare Blitz recoil it will. Also, he revealed that his Marowak is actually faster than my Porygon 2. So I'm gonna Trick Room here. Or maybe I recover. I think I'm going to recover first. This could be bad if he has Swords Dance. And we have another connection error. Oh man, come on. Alright. Well, I guess we'll never know if I would have won this battle. But, alas. Oh, jeez. Alright, well, that's going to be the end of the live. I'm so sorry I had 2 connection errors. I think it's going to take me a while to get new internet, but after these 2 days, I've decided we definitely need it. Oh my goodness. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it if you made it this far. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the final episode of Tiny Tourney. Goodbye.